Hi, I just downloaded this paper in Urdu from ntexam.net. It's a PDF paper of NEET exam, and I want to create an online test with this content. But since most of the online testing application or Google Forms are not compatible to many of the local languages, this is a big challenge for me how to create an online test out of local language. So I found a solution, beautiful solution here, which I am going to share with you. Is called PDFMock.com, which converts any existing MCQ PDF question paper in any language into online quizzes within minutes. Because we do not have to do any cut paste or copying and pasting, and no more manipulation of images or any express mathematical equation. So it becomes very easy to use PDF file in creating the online quiz. So if you are the first time user, you can click here, register yourself as a new teacher, write your organization name and organization address, your name as teacher, your email ID, and click on the plus button. You can add multiple teachers under the same organization, and once you click on the save button here, all the teacher associated with this organization will have and instant access without waiting for any approval. So it's very fast. So since I already have an access, so I click on login button and I log in through my email ID and the OTP, and I go to the dashboard where I see two section: my test and my batch. In my batch, I segregate the student database into different batches, and I manage the batches by, if I want to add a student in the current batch or existing batch, or I want to delete a batch or create altogether a new batch, I can do it from here. In my test section, I create a new test and then I manage the test. So let's start creating a test using the PDF file which we just saw in Urdu. So PDFs are great to carry the content because they do not shake the formatting, but they also are very stubborn in terms of copying and pasting if you plan to do. PDFs are stubborn in the sense you cannot do cut and paste very easily from this document. And this is in the Urdu language. So this is the first question. This is the first question here where you see it, and it has four options. It's a single correct type question, so I choose single correct. I can also choose multiple and fill in the blanks from this control panel, and this takes care of almost all the objective type questions like true false, assertion reasoning, data sufficiency, multiple correct, fill in the blanks, single correct, of course. And then I can add uh, input the marks, marking scheme of this question. Suppose 4 marks, since I'm doing it for need, 4 marks for correct, -1 for incorrect. I can also do decimal or fraction here, so that any marking scheme is possible. And I click on add button. So when I click on the add button, crosshair comes and I go ahead and uh, put the interactivity in front of each of these four choices by clicking 4 times. And suppose second option is correct, I double click on it and make it blue and save it. So you see the first question is done. Similarly, the second question, I go ahead and do this. And suppose fourth option is correct, I double click the fourth option of second question and I save it. So similarly you can do this for all the question, and it will not take more than 45 minutes to cover all the question, 100 for 50 questions. It's very easy. And so I'm not going to do it right now because it will take a lot of time. It's just for the demo purpose. Then I go ahead, after mapping all the questions with these kind of interactivity, I go ahead and save the test, and I write the name of the test. If I have something more to write about, I can write obviously in the description box. I can input the time, the duration of the test, after which this test will be closed. So right now you see only two questions, 8 marks. and you can do the rest of the question in less than 45 minutes. You can also add solution file to it, so that when a student has taken the test, they will receive a solution file in the view mode only, so that they understand what is the explanation of each of this question, if they have done something wrong, and what is the correct way to do it. And I click on the save button. After saving it, I'll be taken to the dashboard, where I'm going to do allocation and scheduling of the test. So right now it's two question, 8 marks, and 3 hours time. I can go ahead and edit this question paper back to control panel and map the rest of the question. Uh, Also, I can delete this question from here. I can also share this test amongst other peers and colleagues by writing their email id and searching their profile, and then sharing it like this from here. It's particularly very helpful when you have a junior staff or support data entry operators who can do this test, create the test and allocate to your dashboard, so that you can manage it afterwards. And now I'm going to schedule it. So there are two ways, two modes of scheduling. One is close ended and the other one is the open ended. Close ended means you have a start time and the end time. You conduct want to conduct in a particular date and time, and you also have the privilege of publishing the result at your convenience, so that leakage does not happen. The other one is the open ended, which means anytime you want to start, but there is no end time, so that student can take on and on, and you can allocate it to different batches of the student, and you can allow the external student, so that if a student is not in your database and he or she wants to take the test, they can do it with the link, and you schedule it. The moment you schedule it, the test is done, and you can copy the test url and share it on WhatsApp group or Telegram channel or over mail. You can also stop this test or edit the schedule which you have just created here. So now you saw how I created a test uh, without doing any cut paste or typing of content in any language possible in the world, by using just the PDF. Because PDFs are abundantly available on the internet, it becomes very easy to create the test and not worrying about formatting, not worrying about mathematical equation, not worrying about anything else. So I've been using this platform from quite some time, and I've saved hundreds of hours in creating the test. Now I can take test, you know, thrice a week or 4 times a week without you know sweating. So this has been very efficient. This harnesses the true power of PDF. You also use it and share your feedback. Thank you.